Lion Knight's Castle is a set heralded by many as the best LEGO set of 2022. It's a castle that harkens back to simpler times in the most extravagant.
Yo, Audrey, this guy is seriously reviewing the Lion Knight's Castle like 2 years too late. GZ Studios.
Who?
So hey,
You know, the guy with dark hair and glasses.
let's actually kick things off and take a look at those figures right away. Up first, we of course have
Oh, come on, we've seen these figures already. Skip.
ironically, the weakest minifigure included in this set is
I cannot believe they didn't give Magisto helmet holes.
the opening process is more than
Come see this, come see this, look. It's the balcony, it's the balcony, it's the balcony, right?
expanding and retracting balcony. That's just absolutely brilliant.
That's hot.
This configuration gives us a better look at the entirety of the castle's exterior. For the
Skip.
and just the roominess of these interiors that's
Skip.
classic shields included with some of the original castle.
Oh my god, this is a pink one! This is a pink one!
Can you make the best LEGO castle set better by tacking on
Oh, wait, you're gonna combine them.
Medieval Town
should
Square's
combine the sets.
strange DLC to the LEGO castle? Yeah, let's talk about reviews. So unless this is your first day in the LEGO space, and if that is the case, welcome, what a weird video to find yourself in. But if it isn't, you've probably stumbled across a LEGO review before. They're a dime a dozen. In a rather spur-of-the-moment decision, I decided to put out the following question. What do you hate most about LEGO reviews? And granted, that question was a bit fiery from the get-go, but I never could have anticipated the conversation that would start around this question. People clearly have thoughts on how a review should or should not be done, but it almost seems as if you guys have never been given a proper forum in which to discuss that. So I'm glad that this very random late night post actually was able to start some interesting discourse. I'm gonna highlight some of the most interesting responses, and it is not my goal today to defend myself and pretend that I haven't done these things because, go back and look through some of my reviews. You will see that I'm guilty of many of these items. Rather, it is my hope that if you do LEGO reviews, to notice these things in your work and maybe make adjustments as you see fit. And if you consume reviews, to also hold your reviewers to a higher standard. Anyways, on with the list. A huge chunk of the comments that I saw out of the 285 comments currently on the post had to do with finances. For instance, Eric Lee writes, when they talk about investing or trying to justify extremely overpriced sets. Lake Jones also says that they're frustrated when they don't talk about the set's value. And he points out that Jang is probably the best reviewer because he's brutally honest when sets are good prices versus bad prices. Jang has the Jang sense when it comes to reviewing sets and the prices, and I do appreciate that about him. He's able to look at things very objectively. Phoenix here hates it when people don't know anything about the product. This is especially prevalent in the LAN community when we take on sets that we don't really have any real connection with. I'm gonna let you in on a little LAN secret. Hopefully no one gets mad at me for saying this, but LAN people can turn down products. Sometimes we don't, because we're greedy. If a reviewer is not willing to put in the work, the research, they should probably stick to their lane and their area of expertise. Now this one's interesting. Reading out box numbers and age ranges. Yes, people, that information is largely irrelevant. And if you show the box, people can read it for themselves. That brings up another comment thread that appeared in this comment section. Boring reviews, pointing out what the viewer can plainly see. Reviewing isn't a podcast. It's very much a visual thing. Show, don't tell. My homie Charles Boys says unfair reviews. Things like people claiming a set they grew up with is better than a new one, 2008 versus 2023 Star Wars gunship moment. Not accounting for inflation when comparing sets, not understanding that LEGO sets have a budget that they need to follow, people saying the news that they're reviewing is the best LEGO set, and that's a great point. Again, it kind of goes back into putting the adequate research into a review. The Masked Wrath, though, perhaps brings up the greatest point of all, when they completely disregard that it's for fun. LEGO is about escapism. It's a toy. It's not an investment. It's not a display piece. It's about having a good time. And that's not to say that we can't hold LEGO accountable for glaring quality issues, and we should if we're going to pay the premium price. But it's so important to approach those things respectfully, understanding that real people were involved in the making of those decisions, and further yet, at the end of the day, to know that none of this matters at all. Technically, I do gain income from doing LEGO YouTube stuff, and there are some people fortunate enough to be able to do this full time. As LEGO content creators, though, I think it's so important for us to realize that we are just lucky to be able to do this. We are not owed the position that we have. We are put in this place by the communities that we serve, and we owe it to our communities to do better in our reviews, to do better in whatever type of content that we make. This was such a fascinating, absolutely fascinating eye-opener for me, and in reading through these comments, it is going to change how I approach a lot of the videos that I do. And whether you make LEGO reviews or you just watch LEGO reviews, I'd encourage you to take a look through these comments too. Start some friendly discussion, and don't be afraid to respectfully, calmly call out not only other reviewers, but also me too, on what we can potentially do better to make your experience more fulfilling when watching videos like these. How can we best inform you, educate you, and entertain you? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have yourself a great life. Go watch some LEGO reviews, and I'll see you later.